How's it going, Boobas? Boobas Junior here, and today we have a pretty surprising video to have here. So I will be having some FIFA Ultimate Team gameplay, and please do mind it because this is my first match on FIFA Ultimate Team, FIFA 17. So let's get right into this. As you can tell by the title, this is an E3's predictions and speculation 2017, because last year I did one for that E3, and well, yeah. So this isn't live commentary, this is post commentary. So let's get right into this. So what should we expect at this E3? Well, this E3 is gonna have some exciting new things, especially the fact that there is now a, I guess you could say, a public audience this time, because it is open to the public this year. I believe tickets were going for 250 and 150. Not sure, not too keen on that, but that's not really the important part. The most important part is all the stuff that's gonna be happening this year. As you all know, last year I did predict that there was gonna be a PS4 Neo, which wasn't actually announced at E3, but there was confirmation afterwards that it was a PS4 Pro. So that's pretty awesome. But I think games are the main point right now in this year's E3, and some of the top games are coming from Sony themselves, which is good for me as a PlayStation fanboy. So one of the biggest games to, we'll probably get some updates on this year at E3 is God of War. Not God of War Remastered, God of War, I don't know, remake or anything like that. It basically continues off of the story, but now this is years after. Just like, I guess you could say, a little bit of The Last of Us 2, which is 5 years after the original Last of Us. And well, before I start talking about The Last of Us, let's continue going with God of War. And there has been some rumors on it that it will be released this year, because one of the voice actors, the voice actor of Kratos, did put it on his Twitter bio, as much of you people might know, that it is released, or at least he put it as he worked on it this year, which is a little bit weird because you usually put the release date of the thing you worked on. You didn't put it when you finish working on it. So we'll see what happens then. Maybe it was a mistake by him, but whatever. But apart from God of War, we also have, like I mentioned, The Last of Us Part 2. Now this is one of the most typed of games for me, just like Horizon Zero Dawn was for me last year. But yeah, The Last of Us Part 2, there has to be some news coming at E3. We were all expecting it. Last year, I did predict that it was going to be announced as well, but it wasn't actually announced then. It was announced at, I believe, PlayStation Experience, which was a few months afterwards, but it doesn't really matter. Thing is, it's coming, and we're probably going to be getting some news on it, and I'm really excited because I want to know more about the story and what's going to be happening with Joel and Ellie. And if you really haven't played The Last of Us, the original one, you gotta hop on the hype train, man, because you gotta go play that first game and you're gonna love it. Next is another exclusive from Sony, and it is Spider-Man PS4, which is the working title name. Now, I do think that they're probably gonna finally tell us the real title of the game, and it might even still be Spider-Man PS4. Finally gonna confirm it. That's my belief here. I really think that Insomniac Games is gonna tell us, yep, this is the name, this isn't the name. We'll see, but I know there will be some more announcements, like the bad guys on it. I absolutely love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero, and he's lots of other people's favorites. And there's an amazing movie coming out this year, and there's just so much Spider-Man for us Spider-Man fans that we just can't hold it back. And it's amazing because all the Spider-Man games have been trash recently, so hopefully this one isn't bad. It looks really good, and well, there's not much more we can do but hope. So let's keep going to the next one. The next one is Days Gone. Now, we've had a few gameplay videos of Days Gone, and it seems really awesome. It looks fantastic, honestly. But we haven't seen much more since last year's E3, where they showed us the gameplay that I said. And well, I'm really excited for it because I really want to see what the PS4 and PS4 Pro are capable of with a game like this, with so much action happening all at once, as you can tell by the gameplay that they released. And well, yeah, so I'm really excited. So yeah, another game that's coming out, and it's been on the low key for a little bit, is Detroit Become Human. Now, this game isn't really shaping up to be one of the most hyped games. It kind of feels like an Until Dawn for me, but this could be a good game. It seems like a good game, especially if they come through with all the decisions and all the choices you make. Until Dawn was alright, it made sense, I guess you could say, but it didn't have that psychological feeling of you making one mistake and the whole story was gonna change. In the end, there were survivors, there were dead people, and that's all that changed. But maybe Detroit Become Human will give us like a different feel on that butterfly effect, I guess you could say. Hopefully that does provide us with the feeling of having much more control of our future, hence the choices we play. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for that game. Now next is another, again, PlayStation exclusive, and it is Death Stranding. Now if you guys do not know about this game, you really need to get like on the internet seriously. Now I am so confused on what this game is, and that's just what hypes me up even more. I have no idea what they're doing with this game, what's gonna happen, what it's even about. All we know is that Norman Reedus is in it. Yeah, the guy that plays Daryl in The Walking Dead. And there's also a whole bigger, even more amazing cast, you could say, behind the game. And it's just gonna be really exciting to see them all come together into the same game, which I think could be a great success. But you know, they have to play their cards right, and hopefully it does come out good. It seems interesting. I'm not sure what it's about, but that's the mystery that's kept me intrigued in the game. So yeah, moving on to the next one. There's supposedly a Final Fantasy, I think 7 remake coming up, and I've never been a Final Fantasy guy, never even played any of them. I barely saw them on the internet much, and that's because I didn't look for them. But if you are really excited for Final Fantasies, then I guess this could be the game for you. Final Fantasy 7 seems to be one of the hyped up games from last year's E3, and it hasn't gotten much attention ever since. Now I really think that if they do a good job with the game, really remake it how people loved it, because I've seen great reviews on it, I've never been interested. But if the game is as good as people say it should be, then I think it might be a great success for Sony. So let's move along here. Next we have some Microsoft news, and although we have almost no Microsoft exclusives here on the list, it's still, I think, mandatory to talk about the Scorpio, the Project Scorpio that they have going on, which is meant to be the next step evolution, which is what Microsoft call it. It is meant to play games at 4K, native 4K, not upscaled or checkerboarded like the PlayStation 4 Pro does. It's supposed to be native 4K, and it's supposed to be the most powerful console on the market by the time it comes out, which is a really, really big thing to live up to. And I think if it does live up to that, that's good. And I'm not saying that trying to like hide my madness because I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I'm saying it because if Microsoft goes through with this Project Scorpio and provide what they're, I guess, advertising, they could actually be some major, I guess, competitor against Sony, which would be great for me because, you know, recently the Xbox One is doing about a 1-to-2 ratio against the PlayStation 4, and I think if Microsoft step up the game and do what they're supposed to do with the Scorpio, that could be some major competition, and it's good enough for Sony to even do even better, which is what I hope for. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I had to cover on the Project Scorpio, because honestly there's not much news. The rest of it is all leaks and, you know, information that can't be validated or confirmed. And well, yeah, so there's other stuff we have to talk about either way. Also, if you guys didn't know, as I said, Xbox One S doesn't really have much exclusives here, but there are some rumors of a Halo, a new Halo coming out. Now, I don't know if there's much, I guess you could say, trustworthy sources here, but there have been some rumors going around that Microsoft will be working on another Halo, which is kind of weird because they had just released Halo Wars 2, which is, you know, I guess some people liked it. As I said, a PlayStation fanboy, haven't really tried any of Xbox's exclusives, and you know, I feel like I'm not missing out. But let's keep going to the next one. So next, I guess we can talk about some minor company or developers, and these are the ones that supply games year after year, such as EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft. And now we're gonna talk about EA, I guess, right now, because that's the one that everybody knows, and we all know these guys are gonna be pulling out a FIFA 18 and probably an NBA Live 2018. So we'll see what happens there. But as you know, every year they're trying to do improvements on their prior sports games, which is what they're good at. But we'll see if they bring anything new to the table. But apart from that, there is some rumors of a Star Wars Battlefront 2 coming up, and I'm really excited for that because I never got to, I guess, buy Star Wars Battlefront, but I got to play it. But I heard DLC just ruined the game, and that's what I hope EA will improve on in Battlefront 2. And if they do that, then I guess they might just make me change my mind and get Battlefront 2. Also, there is some Need for Speed news floating around that it's already confirmed that there will be a new Need for Speed. So apart from Battlefront 2, Need for Speed, and FIFA 18, there's not much more confirmed for EA. The rest is just speculation, and I can't talk on that. There will be a video up about more accurate predictions and speculations a week before E3 pops up. So if you do want to check that out, subscribe right now. But let's continue on to Ubisoft, who we all can hope for another Assassin's Creed game. Now, we all know the last Assassin's Creed game was Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and they took a year off to work on Watch Dogs 2, which was a great success in the beginning, but I guess the hype died off quicker than anyone else could have imagined. Now, moving to Bethesda, there are some games that have been confirmed, and it's Prey and Quake Champions, but those are pretty much the only ones we know about. But people are saying it is time to bring in a new Elder Scrolls, and honestly, I've never played any of the games on the list for them, and honestly, I just never caught my attention, you know. So that's pretty much it, guys. I know I dragged on this video a little bit too much. It might be a little long, but still, I really wanted to, you know, let you guys know all the predictions and speculations I have in mind right now. And honestly, I really hope for Sony's press conference to come out with a bang, because I am so excited and hyped up for this year's E3. And like I said earlier in the video, please do subscribe if you want to check out another E3's predictions and speculations a week before E3. That way I'll have more confirmation on games that are coming and stuff like that. So I will be in more depth with all the games there. I will be talking about games that have been confirmed by that time, because this is a very early time to be talking about the games to be predicted at E3. It's about 2-3 months away, so we don't want to rush this. But thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you have any complaints about videos like this, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I will check it out and see what I can fix. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Till it's gone. Oh, oh, till it's gone. Oh, what can I do?